This is truly what it's all about. Mommy Kaya's sitting there, stump of a tree, grooming her baby Sanuk. Sanuk is a 6-month-old male Siamang gibbon. He was born back in the early hours of December the 3rd, 2023. As I said, to Mommy Kaya, who's 14, and father there, who's having a moment, Luca, who's 22. Both are residents here in Dublin Zoo. I just absolutely love watching the Siamang gibbons, especially now that they have Sanuk, who's so tightly grabbed into his mummy's chest that you wouldn't even know that he's there, except if he raises out little hands. Sadly, Siamang gibbons are endangered in the wild, so every birth in captivity is a joyous occasion. Siamang gibbons or white-cheeked gibbons look very similar to monkeys, but they're actually not monkeys at all. All gibbons are from a genus all on their own, Siodactylus. With a Latin name that means dweller in trees, Siamang gibbons are tailless, black-furred lesser apes that grow to twice the size of other gibbons. Like other apes, the Siamang gibbon has quite an upright posture when he's walking, or she's walking, as you can see here, and a very well developed brain. However, Siamang gibbons are actually different than all other living primates, chimpanzees, gorillas, orangutans, and humans, in a way that they have 2 fingers on each hand which are fused together. Hence the name Siodactylus, which translates from Latin to a living person, a person having united or webbed fingers or toes. Siamang gibbons are actually active during the day, and they normally sleep in nests at night. They live in the rainforests and monsoon forests of Malaysia, Indonesia and Sumatra, dwelling on the upper treetops, not very often on the ground. Siamang gibbons mostly delve on plant food, leaves, shoots, fruits. They can also feed on the odd egg and the odd boiled egg if they come across it. They don't do very well in captivity because they're very territorial. In fact, at times they may even own up to 50 acres of territory themselves. The males and females of the species both have long shaggy coats to keep them warm. The female gibbon seen here will keep her baby away from everybody, father for up to the first 2 years. She'll keep him nice and close to herself, as you can see. At 6 months old, she lets him out a little bit, but not very far. The gestation period is about 7.5 months approximately, Kaya went through, and a single offspring is born every 2 to 3 years. Offspring cling to their mother's belly constantly for the first 3 to 4 months, and fathers may begin to carry the infant at a time of weaning after the infant reaches about 2 years of age. Siamang gibbons reach maturity by the age of 6 or 7, and a female rarely gives birth to more than 10 offspring in her lifetime. Siamang gibbons live in flexible social groups, typically comprised of an adult pair with offspring. Actually, male Siamang gibbons exhibit more care for their offspring than any other gibbon species, as the majority of the infant carrying after the first 2 years is actually done by the father. The baby will go with the father after the first 2 years to be carried around. Siamang gibbons actually have a very organised day in the world. They're notable for having coordination and contact during daily activities. The family usually forages for food as a unit. Siamangs are fiercely territorial and will defend their territory with daily singular rituals. Boundary disputes are rare, but when they do happen, they involve high-speed chases through the trees, slapping and biting as they go. The vocalization is a major social investment. Males and females call together, even during the female's great call. When vocalizing, the Siamang gibbon can produce 2 different kinds of notes, using the throat sac, a deep boom, when it sings into the sack with its mouth closed, and a low woo when it sings into the sack with its mouth open. Here is had Siamang gibbons call. The deep boom sound carries further in the forest than a high-pitched woo sound. Siamang gibbons also make a bark-like vocalization. The set calls repeat one after the other. They start off slowly and increasing speed. Calls are often accompanied by a behavioural acrobats. Siamangs follow a daily pattern of routine. They wake at sunrise and perform their morning concert before setting out in search of food. It usually takes a Siamang gibbon about 4 to 5 hours to eat their fill. After about 8 to 10 hours of activity, they identify a place to rest or sleep. Like most primates, one of the most important social activities is grooming, which they spend 15 minutes a day, every day grooming. Grooming is a display of dominance. The more dominant animals will receive more grooming than they give. The adult male grooms the female and sub-adults. In the breeding season, the adult males will focus more on the females. Sadly, the only predators to the Siamang gibbons would be us humans for poaching. Leopards, large snakes, and big birds of prey will actually eat smaller gibbons if they can catch these arboreal acrobats. Predators may not actively hunt gibbons because they're so hard to catch and they're not easy prey, just if they're on the ground, leopards might get them. Question being, are gibbons as intelligent as other apes, such as chimpanzees or orangutans? Chimpanzees, the level of intelligence is different between both. Chimpanzees are in what's classed their own Stone Age. They'll go and they'll find rocks and stones and make tools, for doing various tasks. Whereby orangutans actually learn better from us. They'll see us doing something and then they'll repeat it, just as using a saw or, using a screwdriver or whatever else. Unfortunately, even during studies, hasn't come that Siamang gibbons would do both. There's no document cases of gibbons exhibiting true tool use, like, as I said, the chimpanzees or the orangutans. But they are capable of direct problem solving. In other words, they can solve simple puzzles. For example, in captivity, they figured out how to get treats from the enrichment toys by unscrewing the base of the ball. There's only been a few studies done on gibbons' intelligence, so researchers have got a lot more to learn. As I said, unfortunately, in the wild, Siamang gibbons are critically endangered due to habitat loss, poaching, and the fragmentation of their homeland. But folks, if you enjoyed this video, I know it was a long one, and thank you to Luca, Kaya, and of course Sanuk for letting me film. But thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, a like to the channel or a like to the video would be absolutely fantastic. And also, if you can leave a comment down below on what your thoughts are of Siamang gibbons. Thank you so much. See you in the next one, folks. Bye for now. Bye bye.